Dude, how hard is putting those 3 days of competition together?
It's actually pretty hard. But it's hard, but not hard at the same time. I mean, it's the fastest but slowest 3 days of the year, of the season because, um, you're always just focused on like, sorry, you're always just kind of focused on, um, you know, like just what's next. Like, you can't really focus on what's next. You have to focus on the now, like making weight, going like fueling right, one match. You can't like, especially for me, like I can't look that far ahead. Like, oh, how many matches to All American? How many matches to blah blah blah? Who do I have in this round? Because like it's kind of be like just one match at a time, like one match at a time. But it wasn't that bad. I can't like it's very contradictory because I'm like it was hard, but it wasn't hard. It wasn't that bad because it's just I feel like I did a good job um living in the moment, just being like, all right, it's day one, this match. I don't care how many matches I have today, just like one match at a time. And after match, doing the right things of fueling, and then just worry about all the other stuff later when it comes. Like it'll come. And then uh so I feel like for me, um, it wasn't that bad. But in the moment, it's kind of like it's a lot in the moment, but like like looking at it now, it's like it's not that bad. Um, I think. I'm sorry. I feel like it's like
No, you're
definitely
good, man.
like
Like
the answers.
I just like I'm looking back at your path and it's like, dude, you beat Bianchi, who you wrestled before. You beat Hamilton from Virginia, who's like I think pretty tough.
Yeah.
Cerniglia from Navy, who's is pretty tough. Cam Amin in the blood rounds, like dude, like Peyton Hall. You made your decision, that guy. Like these are guys that are like blood rounds and like above like top 15, top 10, top 5 guys in the country. And I think like touching back earlier what you said, it just seems like you kind of just unlocked yourself. We do like a draft, really, like uh, kind of like a pick 'em sort of, but we'll do it for the national tournament,
Like
and
March
we'll get like
Madness.
a group of buddies. Yeah, and you were on my list initially for dark horses, and then you
Yeah.
lost Pat. But you lost Pac-12, so you weren't up.
Ah,
I took you off, dude. But I was
never
like,
mind.
dang
Never
it,
mind.
like it's like one of those like I knew I should have picked Garvin, but then yeah, because again, I feel like with if you look at the styles, everybody that's in at your weight, like 165s, I think anybody can make a solid argument as one of the tougher weights this year. And dude, you're able to kind of come relatively out of nowhere per se, and be on the podium is pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun to be able to do that. And I guess being the dark horse, it was even more fun because, I wasn't supposed to be there. Or according to, the stats and whatnot, I'm not supposed to be there. And it's cool to be able to do that stuff.
Well, that's why it goes
So
back to faith, man. It's like believing in something that's unseen.
yeah,
From if you're looking at it from a scholarly viewpoint, and it's like in athletics, you got to have faith in yourself. Because,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So, uh,
so
Al,
I
you're
got
gonna
a
say something? Go ahead.
yeah, I got a question. So Hunter, you're talking about preparation for the NCAAs. Obviously, you wrestled at the state and national level at the prep level. Now you're at the NCAAs. What if you had to give advice, or what did you learn how to compartmentalize that whole process? Because it is 3 days of weigh-ins, the intensity, you can't look too far. What have you learned that you had to change mentally? I mean, we do physical training, but what have you learned? What insight have you gained about that process?
I think just like for me, and I think what I did is pretty universal, or like in like I mean, everything's always easier said than done, but kind of just
Mhm.
trusting. Like like Brian said, uh, trusting in yourself, trusting in like, for me, trusting in God, like knowing that I have these abilities, I'm put here for a reason. Like, I'm here at this tournament for a reason.
Mhm.
Trusting that and trusting your coaches. I feel like trusting, just a lot of trust, a lot of faith, trusting
Mhm.
your coaches and just doing things. Um, yeah, trusting your coaches because they really help me. Like, hey, what do I eat? What should I eat? You know, from eating the right things after, eating the right things before, getting a right warm up, taking a cold shower in between sessions when you go back to the hotel. Um, just that type of stuff. And that helps the tournament go by way smoother because you know you're doing the right things, like you know you're listening. And so for advice, that's what I'd say is trusting the process and
Mhm.
trusting your coaches and just trusting and just like kind of listening to the people who are there for you because I mean they're not um they're there for you. I mean they want to be here and it's like why not let them do their job? Why not let them do like why not let them help you? And so it's like trusting that and that's I feel like that's where I've had the most success and kind of pressing into them and letting them press into me.
Yeah,
I
because
can't
I've
wait
been to
to.
the NCAAs, right? And you see guys hard match, they're running right off the mat, go back in the room, ride the bike because they got to make weight. Then after that session, no other sports like that, and it's intense and to keep your mental mindset going.
No,
So I
100%.
commend you for that achievement. I know you want more, but that's a good solid start.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, less than
I
1%. Yeah, sorry, Brian.
No, no, you're good. I think kind of touching on what you said, Al. I think like yeah, it's like you kind of build this routine where it's like I'm gonna go back and it's so hard. So like what you said, your coach, you're telling like go back and take a shower, like go back and relax. It's like sometimes kids just like, especially at state, California State, it's 3 days. Kids just want to go and they want to sit. And it's like, dude, get out of the arena. Like when you get a chance to get out of here, get out. Like we brought a trailer in the parking lot so you could go and sit and be out. But yeah, I think the trust in your coach's part as a coach, I love hearing that. I
No.
can't wait to clip it and then send it to our kids and our parents.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's especially after this year. I mean, that's what I went back to tell um the guys at Big Game after I went home right after NCAAs and said, say something. I was like, guys, like, because I was pretty immature. I wasn't that immature, but I was pretty like, at times I was like, man, why am I doing this? Blah blah blah. Like me and Dylan would butt heads sometimes. But I feel like I did a good job even then, listening to him and trusting him, knowing like, all right, this guy's my coach for a reason. Like, I'm gonna trust him. And like that's one thing I went back and said to them. It's like, guys, like, trust this dude. Like, you need proof, like, not like I say in the most humbling, meekly way, but like, look at me. Like, I came from this program and like I'm X, Y, and Z now. Like, listen to this guy, and so that's cool that hopefully that speaks to them. Be like, okay, well, listen to Coach Brian now.